Good morning, student. Today we will start our next topic. There is a third unit going on, laws of motion of 11th class. Now today we will start our next topic, connected motion. Connected motion. That if we are connecting their two masses, whose mass is m1 and m2, connected with each other with a pulley, then what will be their tension and what will be their acceleration will act along these object. Now there is a tension. What is tension? Tension is a nothing, only force that is acting in a string that if we are taking a there, here we are taking connected motion, here we are taking a pulley, and on this pulley there we are connecting their two masses m1 and m2. Here we are connecting one mass, their mass is m1, and here we are connecting their second mass, here m2 mass. Clear? There we will find that acceleration by this pulley, and there is a tension will act in this string. Then what will be tension there? Here like this one we are taking, that means condition that m2 is greater than m1. We can write it m1 is m2. There is a two force will act on first object. There one force will act in vertically downward direction, that is due to mass m1g. Clear? Second force will act on it in the vertically upward direction in the string, that is tension. Same here along the m2 mass. Here there is a total force acting on it, there is a m2g mass, force due to mass, and second force will act due to string, that is a tension T. Here both tension will be remain same because there we are using a one same string we are using for both masses, that's why their tension will be remain same. Clear now? Now here we will find what will be tension there, and there how much force will act on it. Clear? Now we can take here suppose two masses m1 and m2 connected with string along pulley if m2 is greater than m1 and T is the tension which act in string. Clear? Now for equation for mass m1, their equation of motion, how you can write there? First case for mass m1, here there this tension is greater than m1. Here T, one force is acting T, second force is acting m1g, then T is greater than m1g, this force. So by using Newton second law, then we can write there T minus mg equal to ma, because we know that second law F equal to ma. We will follow this law, second law, then we can write there T minus, here T is greater than this one, T minus this m1g, that is ma. Clear? There will be net force like this one. Clear? Now this there we can write their first equation. how we can write? Everyone know there we will follow the equilibrium by using the equilibrium condition. Then this one is the taking this one, m1 is less than m2, then t is greater than m1, that's why we will take their t minus mg. There one force is acting vertically upward direction, second force is downward direction, then this one is accelerate in that direction, this one will accelerate in this direction, then there we will take t minus m1g, and there is a acceleration in first, then m1a. Clear? Now for mass m2, for mass m2, their case m2, their m2g, this force, downward force is greater than upward, downward force greater than upward force. Clear? Then so by using again Newton's second law, F equal to ma, this is a Newton's second law, then we will follow it. Then there we can write there m2g minus t equal to m2a, that is equation second. Clear? Now how we can find a? Then if we will add both equation first and second, then t will cancel out from with each other, then we can find acceleration. Now we can write adding equation first and second, then after addition, then we can write it m1a plus m2a equal to, here we can write there this to this, t minus m1g plus m2g minus t. Clear? Now from here we can write it, this to this cancel out. Now from here we can write there m2 minus m1, take common g from both sides, then we can write there this one. Here also we will take common a, m1 plus m2 a, we can take here a, then we can take common a. Clear? Then acceleration will come out our m1 minus m2, sorry, m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g, that is acceleration. This is third equation. Clear now? How we can find their acceleration? Like this one we can find acceleration. Now for the tension, how we can find their tension? Then if we are dividing their first and second equation, then we can find their tension, because acceleration will cancel out, then tension will left. Now clear? Now next, dividing equation first and second, then we can write it first equation our this their first equation, their second equation, then there we will write t minus m1g equal to m1a, second equation our m2g minus t equal to m2a. Dividing both equation, now a cancel out with each other. Now from here we can write there t minus m1g divide by m2g minus t equal to m1 by m2. There we will take their cross multiply with each other. Then after taking cross multiply, then we can write there m2at minus m1g equal to m1 m2g minus t. Clear? From here we will take their cross multiply, then we can write it like this. Then from here we will write m2t minus m1 m2g equal to m1 m2g minus m1t. We are finding tension, then we will take their t term one side and another term we will take another side. Then m1 m2t, this one we will take this side, then it will be positive m1t, and this term we will take this side m1 m2g plus m2 g. Then their T will common, m1 plus m2 equal to 2m1 m2 g. T equal to 2m1 m2 g m1 plus m2. Clear now? Here this one will be tension which act in the string, their equation 4th. Clear now? Like this we will find the tension in the string. That is the important relation. Next term our comes, that is friction. What is friction? That opposing force which exists and which appear when a body tends to move over a surface by another surface, that is a which oppose the flow of the motion, that is a friction. Opposing force, the opposing force which exists when a body move or tends to move over the surface by another body under the action of the applied force, that is friction. Now type of friction, there is a 3 type of the friction. Type of friction, 3 type of the friction. First our static friction, second our limiting friction, third our kinetic friction. There is a 3 type of the friction. From book you can read it, their definition of the static friction I am explaining. Static friction, that is the opposing force exists that come into play when a body tends to move over the surface of another, but actual motion has yet not started. That static means at rest. That friction will act when body try to move on any surface, but it will remain in the same position. There is no change in the position. That means there is a not started in motion, that is a static friction. Second is a limiting friction. Then limiting friction is a maximum friction after which body will start moving, that is a limiting friction. That is a maximum friction that comes into play when a body is just was to move over the surface of the another, that is a limiting friction. Next our kinetic friction, that kinetic we can say dynamic friction also, that is the opposing force that come into play when a body is actually moving over the surface of the another. This kinetic friction having 2 types. One is our sliding friction. Second is the rolling friction. Sliding friction, that friction will act when the body is try to slide over the surface of another body. Then that friction will act, that is known as the sliding friction. Next rolling friction, that is force of the friction which appear when body rolls over the surface of the another, that is a rolling friction. Then rolling friction is a less than the sliding friction. This rolling friction always less than the sliding friction. Clear? There is a 3 type of friction. By graph between these force and friction we can take the here graph between applied force and friction. there is a all three friction will act on any object, then how we can make their graph? This graph we will form like this one. Let here we are taking there, here we will make their graph. Then graph how we can make? Here we will take a graph between force of friction and here applied force. Then how we can take there? Initially as body try to move, but it will remain in same position, not actually in motion but yet not started, that means but try to do move, then the static friction will act. Then we will indicate till now, then friction and applied force both are the directly proportional with each other. We are applying force but there is a friction also acting, both are directly proportional. Object is remain at rest, that is a static friction. Then up to here, then static friction will act like this one, this point. Now there is a friction will act, that is static friction. Then after some time, then maximum force exerted, that is the maximum opposing force will act, after which the body will start moving, that is the limiting friction. The maximum force, then after which body start moving, then is a limiting friction. This is the friction of the limiting friction. Clear? After some time, then body is comes into play when the body is actually moving over the surface of the another. Then the kinetic friction, then kinetic friction will be like this. This here will be kinetic friction. Then there is a three terms: static friction, limiting friction, kinetic friction. Static friction, then body is try to move but not in actually in motion. Second, limiting friction, that is a maximum condition. Limiting friction is the maximum opposing force, after which body will start moving, that is a limit. Kinetic friction, then is a body is comes to into play in motion when over the surface of the another object, that is a kinetic friction. Up to here to there, then static friction, this limit, that is a limiting friction, and this is the kinetic friction. Clear? There is a three condition, and there is a cause of the friction. How their friction, why their friction is acting? Because their intermolecular force of the attraction among the molecule of the two surfaces is in contact. Then their condition for the friction, their condition, what condition should be there? That is the two objects should be contact with each other and there should be rough surface. On smooth surface, then friction will not act. That one is the condition, that surface should be smooth, rough surface. And second, two objects should be in contact, then friction will act. Rough surface there, then two objects should be in contact with each other. Without contact, then their friction will not act. Clear now? Up to this topic, complete your notebook. Next topic we will start in next class. Then try to solve this derivation in rough notebook also. Okay, thank you.